how are you doing? This is Pastor Cheryl. I wanted to tell you today the story of our church, Ecumenical Fellowship Church, and our little chapel called Goose Hollow. It's Goose Hollow Meditation Garden. There is a sign. You can't miss it. A big yellow sign, okay? And it's kind of wooded back there. It's pretty. And we would meet there Sundays at 12:30 over the summertime. We have someone keeping it up, mowing it. We have someone doing that for us. Anyway, we started back in the 1990s. I was doing a leave of absence from seminary. And I don't remember if it was 91 or 92. I don't remember. But anyway, where we started was at a friend's house, which now is under a parking lot at St. Ambrose University in Davenport. Yeah, they decided they wanted that old house and put a parking lot there. And St. Ambrose is known for consuming the neighborhood around them. Okay? Anyway, we started there and then moved to my parents' house, which they had 2 living rooms. The big family room downstairs, which could seat about 20 people. And then upstairs, Mom had kind of a little parlor with a piano in it. We could squeeze in there and everybody sit on the floor and just have someone play the piano. And we could sing, right? You know, of course we're going to sing. And my seminary gave me a whole stack of old hymnals, Evangelical United Brethren hymnals. The Methodists were EUBers, EUB, Evangelical United Brethren, and they united back in the 60s with the United Methodists. Anyway, I went to seminary out at Drew University Theological School in Madison, New Jersey, came home and resumed the Bible study. It was a Bible study at first. And then we started to meet. I got a house, rented a house over in Davenport, and we met there. And for quite a few years. Sundays, and had turned it into a potluck with a Bible study. People come if there's food. Yeah, people come if there's food. So it became a potluck with the Bible study. And then I was there until I went back to college for a second undergrad. And I was there, and then I moved in with a friend, an old German guy, really old. He needed help. So we were using his dining room to meet, in a big living room and dining room. We were meeting there. His place was not anything to brag about. I just remember the walls were just painted kind of a tan, a beige, kind of really more of a brown. It was a little dark in there. And we met there until I moved out. And then I stayed with a series of friends. And then I ended up at Spencer Towers in Rock Island. And we had a lounge that we met there, and all the elderly people in the group, in the building, the elderly and disabled people who lived there in the building could meet with us. Meantime, I was given a piece of land. It's long and narrow. It was like 30 feet long and 150 feet deep. You can't build anything there because there has to be easement. An easement is 5 feet. So you'd end up with a house no wider than 20 feet, but really deep. It would be like a house trailer. But at the bottom of a hill, it would flood. So we decided just to put in an outdoor chapel and just painted a sign, put it up on top of the tree, put in a cross with some chairs. That's what it has been for the past 20 years. We've been there for 20 years. During COVID, it was open 24/7 for prayer or worship, because remember, all the churches were closed. If you remember, all the churches were closed. And so anyway, we had, that big space back there, and we still use it Sundays, 12:30 on nice Sundays. And you're welcome to join us, and you're welcome to bring your pet. You can let the dogs and cats run around back there. I don't care, And so we plant flowers on the hillside, but they never take off. It's too dry. And the hostas do better on the flat land, the flat area, which we cleaned it off. A friend and I went back there with a chainsaw, and we took out all the trees. So it's a flat area. It's a flat area. There is a sign on that corner of Western and West 10th in Davenport. Says, big yellow sign says Goose Hollow Meditation Garden. You can't miss it. It's also on Google Maps. Google it. You'll find it. The address is 1006 Western. It's in Davenport. Sundays, if you keep track of our Facebook page, Goose Hollow Meditation Garden, we put announcements there. We also have announcements on our church webpage, Ecumenical Fellowship Church, also on Facebook. We now meet at my home, and now that I'm done bouncing around, and anyway, we meet at my home, and it's a house church, and we meet here for a potluck, a cookout in the summertime. It's nice, and we have that here. And right now I have an upstairs apartment, and I'm hoping to move downstairs. This doesn't have as nice of a backyard as the last place I lived. It has like a courtyard on the side. That's okay. That's all the bigger this group ever gets. And so we've been doing this for 30 years. Ecumenical Fellowship Church is over 30 years old. And we are incorporated. And so anyway, that is the story of our church. There is a crazy man that lives, he doesn't live there, a house across the street, and he goes over there to work on it. You could still go down West 10th. It's best to park by the fence, by the gate, and just walk on in. And he's claimed a corner of West 10th Street. Because he's selfish. That's why, because he's selfish. And he's claimed this little corner, and had a big fit with the city about it. That gave him back that little corner, so they shut down a small piece of West 10th. But the road is still there. Walk back and enjoy the garden. Okay? I will see you tomorrow. And, I have been wearing my mother's scarves. Mom had surgery on her neck and a big scar many years ago, so she wore a lot of scarves to look nice. And she's passed away about 5 years ago. And so I wear her scarves because in her memory and to add a little color. You wouldn't want to see black shirts every day. Okay? You'd want to see color. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.